Welcome to Three Man Weave Podcast. My name's Archie. I'm here with my co-hosts Ben and Jadon. First week of NBA games has been crazy with rookies going absolutely insane. Let's unpack it.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into a bigger episode about like the team so far and everything that's going on, even like the gambling stuff, but we just kind of want to focus on the rookies so far. And let's just start from the top. How have you guys liked Cooper Flag so far?
I think it's been a big adjustment for him in Dallas, and he still needs to find his role on the team. I don't think that role is as a point guard, even though they're assigning him that. I just don't think it works.
Yeah, no, I think like we'll get into this in the next show, obviously, but I think the Mavs itself kind of a clunky offense with no Kyrie, obviously, but just no point guard in the lineup, and I think it's a lot to put on Cooper's plate so far to make him point guard, and he had a lot of turnovers tonight, and like players like PJ Washington had 8 turnovers himself tonight. Like there's a turnover problem without a true point guard in Dallas right now. But I think Cooper Flag has shown a lot of flashes, like his size, athleticism. I mean he's done a lot of good things so far, but I think people that it's might be too high expectations for him to play a new position and come in like a.
I,
I don't know if
I
point guard is
think,
necessarily the right place for him either.
yeah. I think he's better off cutting off like screens and being more like aggressive player with the ball in his hands, but not as a facilitator.
Yeah.
I don't love the fit to be honest. Like there's a lot of players in the paint. Like Anthony Davis obviously needs his in the paint. Derek Lively. Then you have Cooper Flag, and I guess you have PJ Washington and Klay Thompson outside. I don't love the fit so far. But Dylan Harper, how have you guys like Dylan Harper so far?
I think he's a great fit for the Spurs, honestly.
Yeah, he had a great game. I mean, I think the box scores won't really show it, but his playmaking was really good tonight. I think the Spurs themselves had a really good run, kind of sparked by him. So I think he is a really good compliment next to Wemby.
Yeah, him and Spawn Castle just throwing lobs to Wemby is going to be scary for the rest of the league this year.
VJ.
The
Yeah,
generator.
he's easily the best rookie so far. The one of the best debuts in history.
I mean,
He
I
he
think from
wanted the
Baylor,
ball. He
yeah,
wanted the
exactly.
ball.
I think
Mhm.
from Baylor you could see the tenacity and the pure grit he had. He catches the ball and he immediately looks to tack or shoot. And if you look at the players who've done that over
It's
history,
really just the confidence with him.
yeah, if you look
Mhm.
at the players, to me, how he was acting on the court, I'm not at all comparing him to these players. Don't go crazy when I say this, but his attitude and mentality looked like Kobe Bryant's out there. He wanted the ball and he wanted to make a play.
Like Marcus Smart out there.
But
Honestly, if I had to compare him to someone at this point, the best comparison I could give would be Derrick Rose,
that's a
rookie
terrible
I don't
Derrick
comparison.
love that
Rose.
comparison.
I don't know what the
He,
heck
he
you're doing, man.
Derrick Rose, I love Derrick Rose too, but he didn't have that three ball.
Yeah, that's true.
VJ. If you were to tell me before the game, and obviously we'll get into Joel Embiid on the next episode tomorrow, but if you were to tell me on a team with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, who had a great game, but all these players, if you were to tell me that DJ Edgecombe had the most shots last night or 2 nights ago, I would have been surprised. And he had 37 points, so it paid off, but it just speaks to his confidence. He was the man in
Yeah.
that ball.
I also am not sure how the fit will be with Embiid down for the rest of the season because what we saw from that game was not regular Embiid. I mean, he's clearly not in shape to play a game, and there's still an injury there. I'm also curious how when Jared McCain comes back, how that fit will be because they do have a lot of good scoring guards on that team.
Yeah. You guys caught any con Knipple?
Yeah, I watched his game. He looks. I'm not sure if he's the type of guy that's going to be a star in the league for the first couple of years, but I think he's going to be a really good role player at the minimum.
But that's the thing. I think getting a player like that next to like a great playmaker like LaMelo is just a really good fit in itself. And like I agree, but I think we kind of already knew that. Like, did anyone come into these games thinking that Concanip was gonna be like next to Larry Bird?
No, I mean honestly, who would you compare him to?
Um,
If I'd say best case scenario, like a Clay.
No,
I kind of see a little bit of Gordon Hayward in him. Kind of gritty, hardworking. Um, he can shoot the ball. He can play make well, but
I
he
mean,
has
I think
that
his main thing was the
that
shooting.
sneaky athleticism.
Yeah. I think
I
his
mean,
main thing is the shooting, but
I
there's going to be
could
a lot of
see,
guards who are also like
I
that.
could see kind of like a mix of a Kyle Korver maybe and a like Ben said Hayward. Um, Obviously he's not as good of a shooter as Korver is, and I wouldn't say he's as
Who
athletic as
who
Hayward.
who did he get compared to?
I'm not
And
sure.
Jack.
Let me look it up.
I mean, I think he is a really good shooter. He showed that in high school and college, and that is one of the main things he got drafted for.
His
So I
spot up
think
shooting is elite.
Yeah, I can see some of these. Desmond Bain, best case scenario. Yeah, I mean, I can really see that actually.
a
I
really
think,
good 2 or 3 option, I think.
yeah, like a Cam Johnson, just like
Mhm.
a 3-and-D wing. And I think that's a really good fit. And all jokes aside, like I think he's gonna be a really good pick. I can see Desmond Bain.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of upside to his game.
How do you guys feel about Ace Bailey so far?
I've
Well,
been surprised, honestly. I
Surprised
thought
at
he
what?
would be I thought he would be a lot better than what's been happening so far, just by his confidence and what everyone was saying after the draft.
He played
I'm
13 minutes tonight, and he played 20 minutes last night or 2 nights ago. He's
I
not
don't
playing
know.
a lot, and
I
he
don't
has
know.
2 points in his
And that's on
career.
a bad Jazz team too. So it's
For me, he looks like a
Bad Jazz team on paper.
very watered down version. And this is even, I think, giving him credit of Brandon Miller of the Hornets. Um, and even that, I think, might be a stretch from what we've seen from him so far. Obviously there were some issues with him before the season. He didn't want to come to Utah, and then he finally accepted it. But I've been disappointed. I think so far he's been. I don't like to use the term bust after the first two games, but you know, he's been disappointing.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far yet,
Yeah, yeah. But I don't
but
think he's lived up to expectation.
I
he is a
think he'll be
lot
a
of
good player in the league.
he is a lot of players in front of him on the depth chart, like Lauri Markkanen, who's obviously going to be playing over him, and Flip Archie, remember Flip
Yep.
Flipkowski. Walker Kessler, I mean, I'm not saying Walker Kessler's playing in front of him. They play different positions,
Yeah,
but a lot of
And he's
players in
still
the front
young,
court.
so we can give him time. But
Bryce
he has
Sensabaugh,
time.
Taylor Hendricks.
I think
It's tough.
he might be one of those players where it takes time for him to find this kind of groove type thing. But I there's no doubt. I mean, if you look at him at Rutgers, he's quite literally what every NBA team wants. I mean, he's long, he's tall, he can shoot, he can drive, he can dribble. He creates opportunities for his teammates, but he just
Does
might
he
need
create
time to figure it
opportunities
out.
for his teammates?
I think he does because of the amount of tension that he draws from the defense.
Tension?
Attention, not
Uh,
tension.
I mean, every NBA team right now wants that kind of guy. They want like a tall
yeah,
wing who can just score the hell
but
out of
we
the
don't
ball.
know if he's that guy.
We
I
don't, but
think
I
he will
think I
be.
think
I think we just
yeah,
need to give it time.
I agree
My
with
point
Archie.
is Will Hardy, who I think is a really good coach. They're obviously it's what 2 games in, 1 game in. They're not trying to tank, but like remember Cody Williams, their first round pick last year, got DNP'd tonight. Like they're not trying to play these young guys. Like they're running like a 10-man rotation. Like
Which I
this
don't think
isn't
is the
this
right
isn't.
choice.
Yeah.
I mean, they look pretty. Like they could have won tonight. They could have went 2-0. They just blew out the Clippers, who are one of the best teams in the league. So
I mean, the thing is, nobody's looking at them as a contender, and I don't think they look at themselves as a contender either.
true, but
So,
you have 80 more games left. You can kind of play to win.
yeah, it's gonna be
If
interesting to see how Cody can play this season because
if they can
I don't
play
think
their
he's lived
cards
up
right,
to what people thought.
they can play their cards right. I think they can compete in the West. But like you said, Archie, I don't really think they look at themselves like
You think
contenders.
they can compete in the West?
I don't think this
When I
season,
say compete,
honestly,
I
it's a
think for their
stacked
standards,
list.
for their standards, compete. I wouldn't
What
say
do you
they're
think
definitely not going to
their
hang with.
win? What would you project them to have for wins this season for competing?
Um, I think above 50. I mean, above 40
50?
wins. No,
I don't see
wait,
him
wait.
getting above 35 to 40
I think
wins this
above
season.
anything
Yeah,
40 or
the
above
West
for
is
them.
stacked.
Anything above 40 and above for them, you guys have to remember it's a long season, injuries happen and stuff. Anything 40 or above for them, I think would be good.
I don't think they're
Um,
reaching 40.
well, I'm saying that'd be good for
I
them. I
mean,
don't
I
know if
mean,
they
we
will
we
either.
went through the top five, but I think we should talk about Trey Johnson.
Yeah,
Trey
he's been
Johnson, what
great.
was my draft crush out of Texas. I think he's everything you kind of want out of a guard. He's tall, he's athletic, he can score, and I think the Wizards have a lot to be excited about. I mean, him and Keyshawn George look like a duo that could really do
The
good
future of the
things.
Wizards looks really bright. I think in the next couple years they can develop pretty strong, and they have good vets on the team too to help develop the young guys.
Yeah, the Wizards are overdue for some successful years.
Hmm. Definitely. What do you think about Jeremiah Fears?
I'm not going. I haven't caught a ton of Pelicans so far, but um, I have seen that him and Derek Queen have both been playing.
Mhm.
Have you? I haven't caught. What have you seen from him?
He looked good in the end of the preseason, and he had a good debut in the NBA for sure. But again, it is a good Pelicans team. I think they are considered to be contenders this year. So we'll see how he can really find his role within that team because there's a lot of talent there.
Yeah, I also haven't caught a ton of the Pelicans, but um, no, I did see that Derek Queen and him were playing. So
Mhm.
it's they have a good
Let me
front
ask you,
court.
Jane, who's been your favorite rookie to watch so far?
I was hoping it would be Flag, right? And I don't necessarily think that first game was his
Marcus
fault.
Smart.
I don't necessarily think if he, I don't, I don't necessarily think that his first game was his fault. Um, I mean, obviously, I'm a big generator fan. The generator. Um, he has like I said, the grit and the tenacity. He catches the ball, he looks to attack. My comparison for him right now, and I'm not saying this is a ceiling, but I think he's looking like a prime Oladipo right now, Victor Oladipo. If you remember him in the East, he was able to keep up with LeBron, Cavs LeBron in about 2018. Um,
If you remember him,
I
I
do
don't mind
remember
that
him.
comparison, but I do think it's really early to
I
be
actually think
saying something like
Edgecomb's a
that.
better shooter even. But
I agree with that.
what do you guys think? Who's your rookies?
And well,
I
I'm not
like him
saying,
too. I like, honestly, for me, I think Trey Johnson right now.
yeah, no, Trey Johnson. I mean, from March Madness, from everything, he was my draft crush. So I think Trey Johnson has to be up there for me. I think someone that like I don't want to be like too biased here, but I loved what I saw from Hugo today. I think
Mhm.
Hugo Gonzalez, like to an energyless Celtics team, it felt like he brought a ton of energy. He plays with tenacity. He has length. He has long hands. He can get into his passing lanes. He rebounds the ball. He doesn't play like a 1 year guy fresh out of college or a 2 year guy fresh out of college because he comes from Europe where he's been playing professionally for a while, and I think a lot of that is why Missoula trusts him. Missoula doesn't like to play these rookies often, but he plays professional. He finishes well around the rim. If he can really just
Mhm.
hone in on his shooting, which like you've seen what the Celtics have done with like these guys in the past, he could. I think he has real potential to be like a. I think he has a high ceiling, to be honest.
Did you
You
guys
think out of
manage to
all the
catch the?
rookies?
No, I don't think he has the highest ceiling, but I think he has like I think like in the best case scenario, he has like star potential.
Yeah,
Like
that's
a
fair.
bigger Derek White.
Did you guys manage to catch any of the Nets games so far?
To see the rookies, yeah, I saw a little bit of Igor Demon.
Hmm.
I saw
He looked good.
Ben Seraph, who's getting the start
Ben
at point
Sarif.
guard.
Ben Sarif.
I think I mean I don't think Danny Wolf has played yet, but they have a lot of things to be. That's a team that I love watching, just because they
Yeah,
have all this youth out there.
I'm excited about
It
Danny
kind of
Wolf.
pisses me off a little bit that these guys can't get their shots up because Michael Porter Jr. and Cam Thomas are also on their team, who I think are good
Mhm.
players, but like they're gonna get 50
They're not
shots a
winning
game
players.
themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Igor Denim, and I think there's a lot to look forward to with Danny Wolf. He was one of my favorite college players, and he's a guard
Has
at
anyone ever
seven
told you
foot. So
you kind of look like Danny Wolf? Like in a good way. Like he's an attractive guy, but you guys kind of have like the same like.
mhm.
No,
All right.
Danny Wolf and Edgecombe were my draft crushes. Um,
Archie, you like Walter Clayton? Remember Walter Clayton? Obviously, you remember Walter Clayton.
Yeah, I didn't manage to catch any of his games.
He's playing pretty good for the Jazz.
He's I'd imagine they want him as an immediate impact player since he's on the older side. Same
Yeah,
with, I mean, Danny Wolf too, but I guess we'll have to see how that plays out.
cannot believe Tyrese Proctor fell to 49.
Yeah, he'll be a good facilitator in the league.
Good shooter too.
Hmm. So picks 9, 10, Colin Murray Boyles and Kamal Maluch out of Duke.
I don't think either of them have
Can
played so far.
no,
Yeah,
Mama
they didn't get
Mama
to
Luch
play.
has played.
Mamudu shouldn't play. Mamudu?
I don't think they played so far,
No, I
but
swear I saw Mama Luch.
I think
No,
in the preseason.
neither of them have
But
played.
moving down to 11, Cedric Coward for the Grizzlies out of Washington State. He looked really good.
Really? I
I
know
mean, he was a guy in college.
I haven't caught any I haven't caught any of
Yeah,
them.
he was a guy in
Yeah,
college
he
that
had
had a
16 today.
weird
I
story.
have to
So
watch the tape of him. Yeah, wow, he has played good. Tell
mhm.
me about him. I don't know much about him.
He's an
You're the
older
draft
guy.
guy around here.
Yeah, and he had a weird college transition. I think he was D2 and then or JUCO, then D2, and then went D1. So interesting to see how that kind of guy will fit in within the NBA. I mean, I think he's an NBA ready body, and he definitely has the skills to be a good piece in the league. I don't know if I see him as a one in the future, but I think he'll be a good piece for the Grizzlies.
All right, I think we should end this rookie segment by giving rookie of the year predictions. Um, Jen, take it away. Who do you think? Give me your
Edgecombe.
top three.
Well,
This is
Edgecombe,
projecting, not so far.
Edgecombe, and Edgecombe. Um, I seriously listen. You can say it's premature from the first game, but if you're really watching him, even off the ball, how he moves, He has the hunger. He has the hunger. We have never seen hunger like this. Seriously.
We've never seen it.
I don't think that's true, but
You know why they call him the generator, right?
I do know. It's a cool story, but I feel like I've seen it 10 times.
All right. What about you, Ben?
Um, Archie, you got us first.
right now, I mean, it's hard to not pick VJ Edgecombe at one, but I don't. That might change. I think it's going to be dependent on which guy's actually making an impact on their team. Like Trey Johnson looks good, but they might just be empty stats if the team isn't really doing anything. So
Yeah,
if
but I
the
feel like a lot of
76ers
these
are good,
guys, I feel like in the rookie of the year voting, they don't really care about how good your team is.
They take in. I think they weigh it to some amount.
Wemby won it when the Spurs weren't a great team.
but
Like
he was also a generational rookie.
Yeah,
that's
it's
true. That is
Wembanyama.
He was
true.
an alien.
Yeah. No, that is true. So who you put at top three? You put
VJ Edgecombe. I think I have to put Cooper Flag at two. He hasn't had the best start, but I'd give him time, and the upside's still there. He's willing to take shots, so once he finds his role on the team, I think he'll be good. And at three, honestly, right now, Cedric Coward for the Grizzlies, because the Grizzlies could make a push to be competitive this year, even though they're in a loaded conference. And if he's having a big role on that team, they might consider him.
for me. I think I'm still gonna put Cooper Flag one. I'm
Who
gonna
would
be the
you put?
only one, but
Why would you put him over, VJ Edgecombe per se? What makes you still?
well, obviously I'm not saying that Cooper Flag's outplayed him so far, but I think projecting wise, I think Cooper Flag will get into a rhythm at some point.
Yeah.
And I just think he's a better player.
Mhm.
I mean, he has time. He definitely
Also,
has time to turn it around.
I mean, you can't teach size,
It's true.
and Cooper Flag has that. So
you can't teach size, but Cooper Flag too. I think he he'll load the box stat. You know what I mean? Like he'll have box stat.
mhm.
Sorry, he'll have like 20 points, 10 rebounds, blocks, assists. Like I think like a lot of like that's the thing. I think VJ will have like games like this, but like he might also have games where he has 11 points and he won't fill the stat sheet like Flag. So I think Flag will win Rookie of the Year. I think VJ will come in second, and I think Trey Johnson,
Mhm.
as I mentioned before, I loved him in the draft. So
I think the Mavs are going to give Cooper all the room, all the shots, and all the time he needs to like, get it figured out because they drafted him as a generational talent, and I still think that's what he's going to be.
let me
Um,
ask you guys something. Do you think it's better for a rookie to develop in a on a like tanking team where kind of like everything's catered toward them to like their progression, they get like all the touches, stuff like that? Or do you think it's better for like Flag to go onto a team that is looking to win right now?
Honestly, I think a winning team because he might not get as many shots, but being around a winning environment, like winning vets and coaches, that gets you set up right in the league. And there still is a lot of space for him to like get the shots that he needs. So, and he's not going to have, if he plays on a worse team and then moves to a better team, he's not going to get as many shots and that won't translate over that well.
It's true. It doesn't still like a winning kind of winning environment, you could
I
say.
mean,
You know,
I would say it's actually better for Flag. I think it'd be better for him to be in a situation where it's tailored to him, for confidence reasons, especially coming off of a first game like that. He needs all the confidence he can get because he is, an elite scorer, but it's going to be hard for him to show that if, number one, his confidence is probably already down after the first game, but he has to also, balance touches with AD, and you have other players. Obviously, I think the Mavs as a whole, I think they have a lot of rusty gears. If that makes sense. They're still gonna. They have obviously some players are out.
What do you mean by rest of years?
I think that they still have some stuff to figure out. They're
For
in a
me,
weird position.
I like some
the
of the role
first,
players.
the first like top pick I can kind of think of that was like built into a situation where like winning was at the top of their priority. Not like a rookie that took his team to the playoffs, but a rookie that was like instilled on a team ready to compete was I'm not saying this is the most recent one, this is just the one I think about a lot was Tatum. Tatum came into that season like with a team with Kyrie, Gordon Hayward, Smart, Jaylen Brown already, Marcus Moore, like all these players. And like that was a team that like opening day, like prime time game against the Cavs where Hayward got injured. But I think that season as a whole kind of allowed Tatum to um to flourish a little off the ball, get skills like that. But I think in the playoffs with the injuries, he kind of had to come into his own and become like the guy. And so I think
Mhm.
it's a little bit of both. Like, for example, like way back, like you think of LeBron, like LeBron comes in, he's like the guy on his team. Cooper Flag comes in, AD's the guy on his team, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder how that's gonna be for him.
I do think the Mavs will, if he shows that he can be the guy, I think they'll let him just immediately take that role because
He can
I
also
think he
open
has the
up.
potential, even as
He
a
can
rookie.
also open up um, opportunities for other players on the team. I mean, obviously, Klay Thompson is he's not been playing well, the start of this season to the end of last season, actually. But if Flagon become a threat scoring, I think then maybe it opens up some of these other opportunities they have there.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think like
Mhm.
his penetration to the rim is unlike anything Klay Thompson's ever played with. Like seriously, Curry, even Durant, like he's not Klay Thompson's never played with a guy that has like Cooper Flag's potential, where he can just penetrate through the defense and get to the rim and kick it out. Kind of like at it, like Cooper Flag has that. Like I don't want to like, throw in like Giannis and LeBron comparisons, but I just want to say in like terms of like a big guy athletic getting to the rim like that, that helps players like Klay Thompson obviously. So
I also think he'll open up opportunities down in the paint, just drop down passes to Lively. You remember Lively last year in the playoffs. He didn't miss a shot. He went 17 for 17 in the series. If Flag can become a type of person where they have to, bring two people to guard him, because if you remember him at Duke, he can stop on a drive and pull up, passing down to Lively or AD for the easy dunk, or even kicking it out to Clay.
Cooper Flag
Mhm.
is a really good playmaker for his size and ability, but I don't love him in the point guard role, and I know we got into that, but I just think it hinders his skill set.
I think they
Yeah.
should try out a bunch of stuff with him. This is the time. I don't know if for his first game point guard was the right move. I think that's maybe something, they should have tried maybe game 4 or 5. But
Well, they can't though. Who are they going to
why
start at point
can't
guard?
and they have back
D'Lo?
D'Lo, yeah.
I don't love it.
D'Lo's
I don't
washed.
think it's an
D'Lo's
awful
washed.
option.
It's not an awful option. D'Lo's still very
They
solid. He's
don't
not.
need a scoring point guard though. They just need a guy who can
Yeah,
facilitate at the end of the day.
yeah.
So,
Flags.
so who's going to go to the bench? PJ Washington?
Yeah, you'd move Flag to the two
I
or the
don't
three.
know.
I like PJ Washington still as a
I do
starter.
I think
too,
it's
but
just
He's a high
I think it's
impact player.
kind of just a tough situation for him. There's forwards that need to play. I think
Hmm.
if AD went to the center position, would fix a lot of problems, but we know he doesn't want to do that. And I guess Lively's also a good player, and he kind of has to play.
I think you put Flag at the two or the three, and start D'Lo. I mean, D'Lo's not what he was 6 years ago, but he's still very solid in my
I
opinion. I
think
still like D'Angelo Russell.
D'Lo likes D'Lo's a scorer at the end of the day. Like that's how he's played his career, and I don't think that's what they need. Like
I
I
mean, I
mean,
on their
still like
first unit.
D'Lo. I still like
honestly,
D'Lo.
who they need is Kyrie,
Sure,
Yeah,
but
and
until
they'll
they
get
can
him
have him
back this
back,
year.
yeah, they got to figure it out.
I think with Kyrie though, it's going to be hard to split up the touches
It's still
because there's a
crazy
lot of
to me
guys
that
who
the
play
Mavs.
ball dominant.
Yeah, it's true. It's still crazy to me that the Mavs got that first pick.
Hmm.
You think it was
Right
rigged?
after, yeah, right after the trade.
You think it was rigged?
Um,
I don't know. I heard some stuff.
I mean, it's a little bit weird to be honest. Like you trade away one of the best players in the league, and then like a few months later, you get the first pick when you had
So let me
incredibly
ask
low
you. Let
odds.
me ask you guys. I
We're going
mean,
to go
it's a
into
little bit
conspiracy theories now.
It's a no. This isn't. There's a question. It's a little bit preemptive, but who do you
All
guys think won the trade? Um, I mean, we can't really tell yet, but who do you think?
right,
The Lakers or the
The
Mavs?
Lakers won the trade the day it happened.
You think?
I
Yes.
think they won it by a mile. It's not really a question
I think as soon as Nico Harrison hung up the phone call, they won the trade.
I don't know.
because
I think so. Yeah, but
I don't
why
think
would the Lake,
AD's a building piece for
why,
Dallas.
why would the Mavs have won the trade?
so I look at it in a three-dimensional type of thing. You have to look at listen. You have to look at it like this. Yes, the Lakers. It depends how the Lakers season goes. I don't know if LeBron continues to get hurt and he doesn't really want to play. And I think LeBron even knows that he's getting phased out of the league. I don't think LeBron knows he's not a top 20 player in the league anymore, and I think he's becoming more content with that.
You don't
Um,
think he's top 20? Well, we'll get into this tomorrow. We'll get into that tomorrow.
no,
Continue.
but that's not the point. The point is that if the Mavs, I mean, maybe not this year, but next year, if we're looking at it in a 5 year outlook, I think maybe the Mavs win that trade, but um, I'm not
Honestly,
sure. On paper,
I
the
think
Lakers
especially
do.
if we're looking at a 5 year outlook, the Lakers win the trade. The Mavs don't really have a building piece with AD. He's injury prone. He's getting older. Luka's still young, and he's gonna be that piece
I
for
I
LA for a
cannot believe
while.
that I cannot believe that you think that there's even a slim possibility that the Mavs won. I mean
Well, no,
Mavs won the
I don't
trade.
think so. I don't think so, but I
But,
think it's.
but how are you looking at it three-dimensionally that tells you that?
I think as a 5 year outlook, the Mavs have a better chance of going farther in the West, especially with
I
Wembanyama than the
completely
Lakers do.
disagree.
You think the Lakers with an aging LeBron are going to even have a chance to go as far as,
They're
let's
not.
say,
They
the
don't
Mavs
think about
next year?
LeBron right
But
now in their future.
yeah, they're not thinking about LeBron in his future, when he retires, they get cap space too, and LA is the most attractive place for free agents to
And right
sign.
now, they have a lot of pieces they can trade, and they still have Luka and
If
AR.
I think
if you were a top free agent, why wouldn't you want to go to LA with Luca? LA with Luca.
I can't tell you why I wouldn't because I'm not in the NBA, but um, like like all I'm saying is if we're looking at it from a 3 year outlook, I think the Mavs have and obviously them getting lucky in the draft has a lot of like stuff to do. I don't think if they listen, I think yeah, them getting Cooper Flag changed everything. I don't think if they didn't get Cooper Flag, I think we would have been saying, oh, it's not it wouldn't be debatable if they didn't get Cooper Flag, but I think in the next 3 years, yeah, the Mavs have much more potential to go farther in the West than the Lakers do. I think 100%.
I think it's fair to say that for the next
Yeah, but
three
that isn't
years because
because of
I'm
the
not
trade.
considering the Lakers. Yeah,
Well, I think it is because of the trade. I think I think AD fits this team now with Cooper Flag better than they would have fit with Luca.
What you don't think
mhm.
Luca and Cooper Flag would have been like a perfect pairing? Are you kidding?
I don't think they would have been a bad pairing, but I think if Flag can figure it out, him having
I think that
AD
works
and
better
Kyrie,
than AD and him
no.
because AD is also
Who says a
power forward.
32-year-old history of injuries AD is gonna be like this like cornerstone for the future? He's 32 turning 33 this year, and he's had a history of injuries, and he's a big man.
A guy like that,
Oh
like
yeah.
I don't see him playing till 36, 37.
And
Here
Kyrie
he'll
is
play
coming
for a
off an
while.
ACL injury, and how old is he?
like 34 or
Yeah.
30, 32,
Yeah, it's
34 at this
33.
point.
No.
So
I don't know. The West is pretty much cooked. I sincerely believe the West is cooked with Wembanyama. I don't think there's anyone that
We're
can
talking
stand.
about rookies right now.
No, but seriously, I don't think even
That got lost. That got lost in the 1 hour of footage we lost.
yeah, I don't think anyone puts up with Wembanyama. I mean, if you guys, Ben, you think Jokic can?
All right, we'll get into this in the next episode.
All right, we'll leave it
But
to then.
yes, Jokic can.
Well, that's a stupid opinion, but I guess
all
the
right.
viewers will have to digest that next time.
Well, it was a great podcast, guys. Excited to see what happens for the rest of the season with rookies. Can VJ continue his progression he's had? See you guys in the next one.
Bro,